Hi, I'm Tiffany Domina. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my website is howtoentrepreneur.org, and my mission is to help you grow a business from idea to enterprise. So if you or someone you know wants to start or grow a business, definitely stop by howtoentrepreneur.org and check out the free resources. I have an entrepreneur support group, I have free e-courses, and lots of free things that you can check out at howtoentrepreneur.org. So definitely stop by and check out the free resources. So today I want to talk to you about 8 free blog post templates that every affiliate marketer or blogger needs. So if you are an affiliate marketer or a blogger, or you do content marketing and you're looking to drive traffic online through a blog, then this video will really help you out. So today we'll be talking about these 8 free blog post templates that every content marketer needs. But first, before I get started, I want to talk to you about my #1 recommended affiliate marketing community. It's an opportunity I think you should definitely consider. If you're here and you are looking for blog post templates, it's likely you might also be interested in affiliate marketing or marketing online. And the #1 recommended affiliate marketing community that I recommend is Wealthy Affiliate. And the reason for that is because they teach you several methods of driving traffic online and several methods of monetizing that traffic online. And with the growth of the e-commerce industry, I think that you should definitely position yourself as an entrepreneur for the wave of growth online. So definitely check out my #1 recommended affiliate marketing community, which is Wealthy Affiliate at howtoentrepreneur.org/Wealthy Affiliate. So now, if you're looking to improve your blog writing skills using free blog post templates, you're definitely in the right place. Here, I'll be sharing with you my experience as well as the blog post templates that have helped me to improve my efficiency, overcome writer's block, write lots and short amounts of time, and also to make sales online. So before we get started, let's talk about some preliminaries. First, does blogging work? So I remember asking, does blogging work? And it's likely you may ask the same question. Besides, why would you invest the time with blog post templates if you're not sure the process will work? With my first blog, I wrote 140 posts and didn't make much money at all. In fact, it's now been 4 or 5 years, and I stopped working on it because I was only generating a very small amount per month. And the reason for that was because I really didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to monetize a blog. I didn't know how to make money blogging. And at the time, I was looking for an opportunity to support my family in a different way, and blogging just didn't cut it. So I decided to stop with that blog and to move on to other things. And they say the definition of insanity is doing something over and over again, expecting a different outcome. And so I continued to blog there. 140 posts, each post at about 2,000 words each is quite a bit of writing and quite a bit of effort. But I did quit for about 1 year. I quit blogging, but my desire to make money blogging didn't go away. So I decided to return, but I decided to return more aggressively and figure out how to make it work. At that point, I found 2 training programs that taught me how blogging works. And I learned how to get traffic to a blog, how to find products to promote on a blog, and how to sell my own products on the blog. And since then, blogging has worked for me completely different than my first experience. So now, what to write on a blog? So most marketers wouldn't argue that writing blog posts is a powerful source of generating traffic online. Some will say it's lost some of the power it once had before when the internet was fairly new and the market wasn't having as many people trying to use the internet to start a business, then a lot of people say it was very easy to just slap up a website and get lots of traffic. And at that time, it was also very easy to get investors to give you money to start a business. So a lot of people would say that in comparison to the early days of the internet, that now blogging isn't as effective, but it's still very effective. And it's still a very powerful traffic source. So the problem for many isn't necessarily agreeing about whether it works, but instead, the problem for most people with blogging is deciding what to write. And since creating How to Entrepreneur 20 months ago, I've been able to write 779,886 words of content. And that was actually even before I finished this post. So you can see the details in my WordPress dashboard here. And this actually doesn't include any of the courses that I've made, which you can check out for free. I have some free courses that you can check out. So this is just the posts that are actually on the site. And so as a result of writing so many blog posts, I've been able to streamline a process that works for me. And many people, especially affiliates that I coach, come to me with questions like, how do you write a blog post? How do you know if your blog post will convert sales? How do you know if your blog post will build trust? And lots more questions. Sometimes they get stuck because they have writer's block. And I've had writer's block before too. But nowadays, when I get writer's block, this same process helps me to get out of it. And I'm doing this video to share with you the process that helps me to overcome writer's block, creating blog post ideas, building trust with my readers, getting Google and search engines to find and rank my content, making blog posts that convert into sales, and it helps me to be more efficient with my writing. So the answer for me really comes down to these free blog post templates that I'm giving you. So what are blog post templates? So typically when you start out a blog post, you begin with a blank screen. So that's where most people ask themselves, what do I write? Because they're looking at this blank screen and their mind just goes blank. They don't know what to start writing. And so with a blog post template, you wouldn't start with a blank screen. Instead, you start with some prompts that help you to get your ideas flowing. So blog post templates can also help add uniformity to your blog. And when I mention uniformity, I've had people ask, well, if you have the same layout on each blog post, doesn't it make the blog boring? And in response, I like you to consider whether or not it's boring to pull up to McDonald's or Chick-fil-A and see the same menu. Most people are happy that the quality they've come to expect is there over and over. And as a result, when something changes, that's usually when problems are created. So like running a McDonald's or Chick-fil-A, a blogging template helps to provide continuity, order, and it also streamlines your blog writing process. So how do blog post templates work? So as a blog writer, you can make blog post templates whenever you want. I made my blog post templates because I started to see patterns in the way I write certain types of posts. So I decided that instead of rewriting these things, rewriting subheadings, rewriting headings, or rewriting the same outlines over and over, I should create a template that simplifies everything. And I also found that if I start with prompts like explain what problem the reader is trying to solve rather than starting with a blank screen, it starts the brainstorming process quicker, and I'm more efficient in the creative part of blog writing. So when my website was hosted at Wealthy Affiliate, I would use this here. Let me show you site content. Let me go to Wealthy Affiliate here. Okay. So you can see site content is here. So I would use site content, and site content can keep your templates right here. So you can have your privacy policy, your affiliate disclosure. You have all of these templates here. And so what I would do when my site was hosted here is I would go to my review. Let's say this is a template that I've used before. So I would go right here into my template, add my title, and start to write. So you can see how much easier that is than to start with a blank page. So this is how I would start out my blog post. And it already gives me questions. It already tells me exactly what information needs to go in there. I would just copy in the new product name if I was doing a product review and go from there. And then when you click publish, then site content will send the blog post directly to the website that you have hosted at Wealthy Affiliate. And I really miss site content. When I switched from Wealthy Affiliate to Kinsta hosting, I'm not able to use site content as efficiently as before. I can still create my blog post directly into site content, but I have to actually copy it into WordPress to save it nowadays. And the reason for me doing that was so that I can have more DNS access and things like that most affiliates don't need. But because I want to create online courses and things like that, some of the software I wanted to use was requiring me to have additional functionality that I didn't have through the managed WordPress hosting at Wealthy Affiliate. Other than that, I really enjoyed my time hosting my website and the efficiency I had with writing content. So if you are looking for web hosting and you are looking to start or grow an affiliate website, then hands down, I would definitely recommend Wealthy Affiliate's hosting platform. And just adding the templates that I give you, you can add them directly into site content. And every time, Wealthy Affiliate will host these templates for you, and you can publish directly to your site. You can see it says choose a website, and I can choose from any of the websites in my drop down, and this content will immediately show up in there. Another nice thing about this site content feature is that you don't have to look for images. You can just search right here. Let's say we want to find an image of blogging. You can search right here and it pulls up over a million. It pulls up Pexels, it pulls up Pixabay, it pulls up Unsplash, and lots of other stock image sites. It pulls all of their images into one location, so you don't have to go to these individual sites and find images to add into your blog post. That saves so much time. So I definitely wish this was something I could still use at any hosting platform, but either way, this is a very effective tool for writing blog posts. So basically, that's how blog post templates work. You just take them, you can copy them, you can copy them directly into WordPress, or if you have the luxury of using a tool like Site Content or using Site Content itself, then you can keep the templates stored right there in the templates function inside of Site Content. So that's very nice. Now, as far as my library of 8 free blog post templates, I want to start with the target audience template. So I have all of these templates here for you. So when you go to this blog post, you can scroll down and click Get Access for free, and then you'll immediately have access to this here, and it explains how everything goes. So the target audience template is here, and I've shared the link with you where I created this template. And so when you open it, you make a copy of it or you download it, and you can use it inside of your own Google folder. And so the target audience template, the purpose behind it is to help you to relate to your readers. So it's the one that you want to use whenever your audience will change. It's likely that you may have more than one category or sub-niche on your website, but this shouldn't happen that much. For the sake of building an audience, building trust, and getting rankings, you want to make sure to create content that solves problems for one audience profile, then build on as you're getting results there. So the target audience template will help you to put yourself in your readers' shoes so you can relate to them and make a connection with them in your content. You want your readers to feel like they're talking to me, and you want it to feel like a personal experience, and using the target audience template can help you to relate to them better to make that impression. In the target audience template, you'll go over part 1 is going over the person, problem, and pain. And that's when, like, the goal of that is to help you get connected to who they are as a person, what problem they're having, what the problem is causing them, or what pain the problem is causing them. And it will help you to address this person, problem, and pain specifically so that you're building trust. A lot of times when you're starting out with blogging, a lot of people are trying to talk to a large audience and they don't really have a picture in mind of who they're talking to. So then the content is shallow and it doesn't really make a connection, and people have a hard time feeling like you're talking to me and I should personally take action because this solution is specifically for me. And when it doesn't feel like that, then it's harder for you to get to build trust and to get sales. So that part of the target audience template is supposed to help you to really relate to the person, the problem, and the pain that they might be having. It also can help you with coming up with blog post ideas, because once you can really relate to them, then you might be able to better come up with ideas of what they might be searching for online, keywords they might type in, things that they might say and use. So next is that part 2 of the target audience template is about amplifying and their aspirations. And you'll need to understand the reader's aspirations. For example, maybe you're a marriage repair blogger and you're writing a blog post about overcoming betrayal. You want to first understand who you might be writing to and how the betrayal is affecting their lives. Then you want to know where they would like to be. Instead of being resentful and hurt, they're likely to desire a different experience. But what is that? So it's likely you may have to do research, network with your target audience, and study to thoroughly understand the person, problem, pain, and aspirations of your readers, because you want to amplify these things in your blog posts to build the trust and the connection. So then part 3 is the story, solution, and system. So storytelling is a known art that builds connections, and the target audience template can help you to decide on a story or solution that can help your target audience to overcome the problem that they're experiencing. Then part 4 is the offer. So it's important that you present a relevant solution to in order to make sales. So if the person isn't convinced that the offer you present will help them to achieve their goals, they won't buy. And when you're using the target audience template, you want to take time to think about relevant offers they might be interested in to help them overcome their problems. This can help you to create affiliate partnerships, collaborations, or eventually you may be able to use this to make your own products. Now, then you have the response. So this is the final part of the target audience template. You want to be clear about the response that you want the target audience to take when they're finished reading your blog post. So do you want email signups? Do you want a click on your affiliate link? Do you want a social share? And it's really important to know the goal of your blog post beforehand. So this template is the first one that I've included for you. And you can see that once you click get access down at the bottom of this blog post, then you'll be able to get access to this template right away. And the next one is the product review template. Now, first I want to talk to you about the keyword research template since I've written the blog post in that format. But the keyword research template is actually included on each template, and I'll show you. So when you look at the product review template, you'll see that when you scroll down, that it has a part at the top where you pick your keyword and you enter the monthly search volume of that keyword, and then you enter the date you'd like this blog post to be done, the date you'd like to publish it, and some information about the buyer persona. Now this is optional. This isn't something you have to do on every blog post, but this is just something that can help you when you're getting started so that you can keep all these things in mind and remember who the end person is that you are targeting. Now with the keyword, for every blog post, I do keyword research, and I would highly recommend that for every blog post you do keyword research and validate that there's a demand for what you are about to write, and also validate that there's a feasible amount of competition so that you can actually acquire rankings. If search engine optimization is going to be your way of getting traffic, you really want to make sure that the content that you write doesn't have too much authoritative competition, but you also want to make sure that it's a topic that people actually are looking for. So keyword research can really help with that. And for me personally, I use Jaxie, and I've included a link to Jaxie here so that you can try it out yourself. You get free searches when you use that link, so you can definitely try Jaxie and see how you like that. So then we have the keyword research template and the blog post outline template. So so now when you know who you're writing to, and you know what problem you're trying to solve for them, and you know whether the competition is high or low for the keyword that you want to use. So at this point, it's time to start writing the content. So there's several different types of content that you can write. There's list posts. With a list post, you can list out solutions for the reader. For example, 8 ways to get your kids to eat their vegetables without noticing, or 5 easy ways to fit date night into your schedule. Those are list posts. In list posts, you usually would be breaking things down into digestible amounts and providing the information in a list. With the response post, you're answering a question that has been asked by your target audience. An example of a response post would be, can you make money blogging? And you can include the answers to that. And then you have ultimate guides. These are exhaustive, high word count blog posts that go in depth to explain a topic within your niche. And so let's take a look at the keyword rich blog post template. So I have this here, and you can make a copy or download it however you like. And I have some information about how to write a keyword-rich blog post. And then I go further. I have the keyword research template, and then it goes further to give you the template, the blog post title, the introduction. In the introduction, you want to go over the problem the reader is likely to have, the pain, the reason why you're talking about what you're talking about. And then I give you a bank of headlines. So you can explain what is whatever you're talking about, why is it important. You want to add additional headings. For me, I usually add in one heading for every 100 to 400 words of content, which is about 1 to 4 paragraphs. So I've added that recommendation here for you. And in paragraphs, when you're writing online, you want to make sure that instead of using the English class recommendations from elementary, middle school, high school, and college of 3 sentences to 5 sentences per paragraph, you want to do that differently online. If you put 3 to 5 paragraphs on your website, then it looks like a block of text, and a lot of times that's intimidating for readers, so you'll notice a higher bounce rate from your site. So instead of presenting the information like that, it's better to have 1 to 3, no more than 3 sentences per paragraph when you're writing online. So I give that recommendation. I also give recommendations about headlines. I give some headlines options that you might want to consider, and then of course closing and your call to action. And then I also give you a checklist to look at before you actually publish the content. So that's how the keyword-rich blog post goes. And now let's take a look at the product review blog post outline. And I've included this one because as affiliate marketers, one major way we can be helpful is by writing product reviews. More people are buying online, and they want an honest review before taking the risk and making a purchase. They want to know how the product or service works and whether it will be able to achieve their goals. And you can offer a seasoned recommendation through a written product review. So I've learned several things that readers want to know when they're looking for product reviews, and I've included these prompts in that product review template so that you can make sure to address their common concerns. So let's take a look at the product review template. So of course, first you would make the title, then the intro, and then you have an explanation of what the product is, maybe some background. And these are optional headings. These aren't things you necessarily have to use, but then you add in the supporting cluster, like a supporting post or a reference, how it works. A lot of people want to know how the product or service works. They want to know the pros and cons of the product or service. They want to know what others might be saying. Sometimes they want to know the BBB, what does the Better Business Bureau say. They might also want to know what is Trustpilot or these other authoritative review sites, what do they have to say. They might want to know if it's known that there's a scam, or if it's common knowledge that it's not a scam, or what do the other reviewers say other than you. What is the general consensus that other third-party reviewers might have? So you can include lots of information like that, and it helps to make your review more objective, and it helps them so that they don't have to bounce around from review to review to look for a thorough explanation of the quality of the product or service they're thinking about buying. You can also mention who would be ideal for the product or service, because some products or services work well for some people but not others. For example, the iPhone versus the Samsung. Both of them are great quality cell phones, but some people may prefer Samsung, and it's important to separate who those two audiences are. And it's the same for maybe a stroller. There's these high-end strollers, and then there's like umbrella strollers, and those are two separate buyers with two different goals. So it's important to not just say that a product is good or bad, but to be able to segment an audience that the product would be perfect for, so that way the person can say, oh, well, I understand why I should or shouldn't buy this product. Then you have the price. Most people want to know the price, but you have to be careful with this if it's an affiliate review, because some vendors won't want you to mention the price. Some change their prices quite a bit, and so it might be best for you to link to the product page and just say, learn more about the pricing on this page. Sometimes that might be a better option. And then you have your final opinion. So for me, I usually try to leave my opinions for just one portion of the review and leave the remainder of the review for facts and other people's opinions and data. But a lot of times when people are reading reviews, they do want bias. They want to know what you think about it. They want a second opinion. They don't just want to make the decision on their own. And that's also why when we go to live stores, we trust the expert who is selling the TVs or selling the DSLRs or whatever the device might be that we're looking into making a purchase for. So they do oftentimes want to know an educated opinion, especially if this is what you do. You look at different products that are in this niche and you evaluate them. They want to know, how does this fit into the market? Is this better or worse? And you can also add things like Google Trends graphs or something like that that can add even more credibility to your claims. And then finally, I like to add alternatives. So if readers are shopping around, they might have a few choices that they're considering, or they might want more choices. They might be reading your review and realize that this product doesn't quite fit all of the needs that they have. It might not have all of the motives that they're looking for. So they might actually be interested in another alternative than what you originally wrote the review about. So if you can provide them a few relevant alternatives that might be that they might be interested in, and then also put an excerpt to say how this product is relevant, what goals it might solve that they might have, and a link to that. You can link to either directly to the product, or you can link to a different product review. Oftentimes for me, I link to another product review, another relevant product review, so that they can look at that review. And then it also helps with SEO. So by interlinking several posts by interlinking several posts together, it helps with ranking and on-page SEO. So then finally you want to wrap it up. I don't know why my computer is acting like that, but finally you want to wrap up your blog post with a great closing and a call to action. A lot of times the call to action can be how to get started with this product or service that you've been reviewing, and then you can add in a checklist or add in the link for where they can go to the landing page and get more information, or where they can go to your affiliate partner and get more information or get started. And then, as with my other templates, I've added a checklist at the bottom so that you can check over your blog post and make sure you have all of the elements in there. So let's keep going. Now we've went over the product review, we've went over the general keyword rich blog post, and then another one is the comparison blog post. And comparison blog posts tend to attract people who are close to making their buying decision. So they might start out with really broad topics like maybe they're looking for phones. They might start out looking for best cell phones of 2019, and then they see some products, and then they'll start looking deeper. iPhone review, Samsung Edge review, and then they might start narrowing down from there and decide, maybe I want the iPhone or the Samsung, but what are the differences and what are the similarities? And so all of this is part of the normal buyer journey and how they do research online. And comparisons tend to be one of the pieces of content that they read closer to when they're making the buying decision. So as an affiliate, it's a really highly valuable piece of content to write, especially if you know common products that are those final big players in your niche. So the this versus that post help them to choose the best model or the best make to achieve their goals. And you can be positioned for sales conversions when you write comparisons that present all of the facts they'd be looking for. So the comparison template that I've included gives you information. It gives you information for comparisons that, like the headings that I've noticed work. So I give information about how to write a comparison review post, but I also give you some examples of comparison reviews that I've written. Now, these aren't product reviews. This is more of marketing strategy reviews, but they're still relevant, and I've written them using a fairly similar template. So like always, I have the keyword ranking template at the top, and then you have the blog post, the introduction, and then the comparison product review template is very similar to the product review template. The difference is that you are going into explaining more than one product. So the comparisons or even buyer's guides tend to be longer than regular product reviews. So you have what is product number one, what is product number two, some background on product number one, background on product number two, how each product works, the pros and cons of product one, pros and cons of product two, the similarities, the differences, what others are saying about product one, what others are saying about product two, who would be ideal for product one, who would be ideal for product two, the price of product one, the price of product two, and then a final opinion and alternatives to both products in case they decide that neither of them is a good fit. Then you have a call to action. So that's the comparison blog post. And then I also have the content editing checklist. You can see that at the bottom of each template. The blog post SEO checklist, that is actually at Wealthy Affiliate, and I want to show you where you can find that. Okay, so you can see this SEO checklist cheat sheet, and let me add this in so that you'll be able to have all of this information compiled for you. So inside of this training, you'll learn everything you need to look over before you publish a blog post. So it talks about SEO website checklist, SEO page or post checklist, SEO video checklist, checklist for local marketing, and a checklist for social media. So this provides a lot of good information that you can look over before you make your post. But also you can use a plugin. For me, I use a free plugin called Yoast SEO Plugin, and that one actually gives you a checklist that you can use on each blog post for free. This training is actually a premium training, and so you have to become a member of Wealthy Affiliate and then upgrade to premium membership before you have access to this training, along with thousands of hours of other training. So in my opinion, it's more than worthwhile. But if you are looking for a free way to check over your search engine optimization and make sure that you have everything that it takes inside of your blog post, then I would say add on the Yoast SEO plugin, because it does a very good job of that. So, and finally, number 8 is the rank tracker template, and I have that here. Now this is if you want to manually track your website ranking. So I personally don't do it manually. I use Jaxie, and I can show you how I use Jaxie to track my website ranking. But if you decide that you want to track it manually, you can actually enter the keyword that you're trying to rank for here, the date that you published the content, the frequency that you want to check back, and then you can enter the rank on each platform inside of here. So you can use either the search consoles, or you can manually search your keyword to see your position, but this can be a very tedious process either way. And then the number of times you've reviewed the keyword to see where you rank at, you can enter that here, and then you can add on whatever comments you have. So I've included this with the other templates, but I can also show you how I automate this process so that you can see how you can save yourself a lot of time. So for me, I track my ranking here. So let's say, for example, I have this ranking and I just set this one up. So far I'm not ranking for this keyword except for on Bing yet. So, but let's take a look at another keyword. So let's look at this one. I'm tracking this one daily, and my ranking has improved on this one. So you can see that Jaxie will show me what position I'm in on each search engine. It'll show me how many times it's scanned, so it's actually checked for my ranking 9 times. And then it'll show me a graph of how the ranking is improving or not. So my ranking just popped up on the 24th, which is today, and from here I'll be able to see how quickly it climbs up the rankings, and I can also keep notes for myself of things I'd like to do. Maybe I'd like to add more relevant posts, or maybe I'd like to interlink more so that I can continue to boost the ranking of this post. So this is the way you can automate that process. Like I said, the manual process is very tedious. It will take you quite a bit of time, and if you're trying to rank content organically, you have to write. You have to write, and you want to be as efficient as possible. So Jaxie is actually very reasonably priced. For me, I started out with Jaxie Lite, and when I started How to Entrepreneur, and actually when I became a member of Wealthy Affiliate 20 months ago, I started out with Jaxie Lite, but once I had more content and I was curious about how my rankings were progressing, probably around the 6-month time frame is where I really decided I want to upgrade to Pro, because I want to be able to see how my work is paying off and how my rankings are improving or not, and to be able to watch that and make plans so that I can make that progress. So if you're at that point in your affiliate marketing career where you want to watch your website rankings and be more proactive and intentional, then I definitely recommend you check out the Jaxie Pro feature, because the site rank really would save you a lot of time versus going to the search consoles of each search engine. Added on to that, Jaxie shows you improvement or declines, whereas when you go to the search console, it will show you where you rank at, but it doesn't necessarily show you what position you were in yesterday and the day before and the day before that. So you don't know if your position's going up or down as far as a long-standing trend. So that's where Jaxie Pro can be very effective. So as for these, I also wanted to show you some bonuses, some ways that you can get access to legal disclosure templates, because most of these templates are helpful for websites that are past the phases where they're first being set up. But I wanted to make sure to include these legal disclosures just in case you have a newer site that doesn't have these disclosures on there. It's really important because there's a lot of legal entities watching nowadays with businesses online, and they want us to be very transparent about how we are using their information, about how about whether or not we're sending them to a place and getting a commission. So all of these things are really important, and I use 3 different places for legal affairs. I use Wealthy Affiliate. Some of the templates that they have are really good, and you can check those out. Also, Legal Nature. I've used them before for custom legal forms. And I've also used Rocket Lawyer for custom legal forms and also for legal advice, because they have lawyers that can consult with you, and you can also get discounted legal services when you're a member of Rocket Lawyer. So I've used all 3 of these services to help square away my business legally, and also to help square away my husband's general contracting business legally. So now 3 things that I would recommend you make sure you have are your affiliate disclosure, your cookie policy, and your privacy policy. And so the affiliate disclosure basically lets people know that you do participate in affiliate programs, and the links that they click may take them to an affiliate website. So it's just a transparency thing, because you want them to know that you are for profit, and that the advice you give is not directly swayed by commissions, but you do get a commission for the advice and recommendations that you give, and when they click on your links. It's just transparency. And then the cookie policy, when people click on your affiliate links, then there's a tracking code that's dropped into their browser, and that's called a cookie. And so if they make a purchase, you're credited for the purchase. And nowadays it's more common that people want to know about this, and some laws, depending on where you're located, might be more stringent about you having this cookie policy readily available. So I've included information for you so that you know how to get access to that. And then finally, the privacy policy lets people know that when you collect emails on your website, how you deal with it. For some people, they actually sell the emails, or they sell access to their email list, and various things. So people really want to know whether or not they give you their email and whether you're going to turn around and sell it to someone else. And so your privacy policy should disclose anything like that. Now, if you're interested in these blog post templates that I've mentioned, like I said, these are 8 free blog post templates, and I've included them all in this course bundle. So you can get access for free just by clicking here, and you'll be able to have access to everything that is included here. So that is all I have for this video, and I'm really hoping all of this was helpful for you. Blogging works when you have the right tools and support. I personally learned how to make blogging work, including the power of blog post templates, with Wealthy Affiliate, and now 20 months later I coach others so they can make blogging work for them too. So I'd love to help you to become a better blogger or affiliate marketer. And if you'd like to try out 7 days of networking with 1 million plus affiliate marketers and bloggers, 10 free lessons, and 2 free WordPress websites, you can join me at Wealthy Affiliate at howtoentrepreneur.org/Wealthy Affiliate. Again, howtoentrepreneur.org/Wealthy Affiliate. Also, if you like ongoing motivation and encouragement as you build your business, then check out my free entrepreneur support group. I'd love to get to know you and encourage you as you're growing your enterprise. You can check out the free entrepreneur support group by going to howtoentrepreneur.org/business framework. So, in closing, I have a few questions for you. And my question is, have you downloaded the free blog post templates? Have you used blog post templates for blogging before? Why or why not? And do you have an area where you get stuck when you're writing your blog post? If so, what is it? I'd love to hear your comments and your questions in the comment section below. And again, definitely stop by howtoentrepreneur.org if you're trying to start or grow a business. So that's all I have for this video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, where I do product and service reviews as well as growth strategies to help you grow a business from idea to full-time income and from full-time income to enterprise, then definitely subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon so you can be notified of upcoming videos. That's all I have for this video, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.